Hello everyone and welcome back. Today on Bad Comic Review, we're looking at Batman Lost. This is a one-shot, ties into the Dark Knight's Metal series, and this is a very complex book to describe. So it starts out with old man Bruce Wayne talking to a little girl that's supposed to be his granddaughter, and she wants him to tell a story about Batman. She picks one out of the bookshelf, and it's his first case. And he's even got the purple gloves, old school. So the story goes, and then jumps, like we learn a little bit, and then it jumps to Batman back in time, and he sees a tribe of people with bat armor fighting people with hawk armor or bird armor. And we can see that one of them is Hath Set, two of the birds are Hawkman and Hawkgirl. And then we learn a little bit about this third area where Batman is in like a post-apocalyptic future, and he sees a bunch of ragtag misfits wearing like Batman symbols, and then they are mowed down by a Hawk Patrol led by Damian Wayne. Then we're back at the first case, but he's figuring something's not right. And he climbs down this ladder, which leads him to an ancestor of his that helped found Gotham that's about to sacrifice this girl to the Bat God. And the room's on fire, and that's when he's like, alright, I've had enough of this. And then he's in a weird post-apocalypse type future where Joker runs Gotham City and has people dress up like Batman to be hunted by locals. And then he's back at the first case again, and then he's seeing through Alan Wayne's eyes that the metal in the buildings is somehow tainted, so they've done something to his city. Then he's attacked by the Court of Owls. Then he's in the 1920s in a bathrobe, and he glimpses Wonder Woman, and then he falls down a manhole. And then he's in outer space, and he's hanging out with Harley Quinn. Now, this is actually a tie-in to a book that's coming out. I think it's called No Justice. That's like a little teaser for that, although they don't tell you that. And then we're back to the first case again, and Batman is starting to figure out something's not right, and he finds a secret passage. And then we're back at old man Wayne, and the little girl's like by now figured out that he knows something's not right. So she crawls up the wall and has demon eyes, and that's when he sees out the window a reflection of his that is actually this evil bat supposed god. And he jumps through the window and comes face to face with the actual creature, and he catches glimpses of these evil Batmen that are attacking his universe. This guy has assembled like the darkest versions of Batman from their respective universes. It explains how he forged Batman to basically become a doorway to conquer Batman's Earth with these evil Batmen. And it effectively breaks Batman that this is happening. So he's back in the comfortable delusion reading a story to his grandkid. Now, this story is a bit confusing if you just read this book. That's why I can't really give a lot of description for it. I'm just kind of giving you a little recap. But if you're reading the Dark Knight's Metal books and the Preludes, this makes a lot more sense. This issue takes place between Metal 3 and Metal issue 4. If you read the solo one-shots for each of these evil Batmen, like Batman the Red Death is where he's got the powers of the Flash, those will make more sense because of this. It explains how Batman is on the wall of the human tower at the end of Dark Knight's Metal 3. When he encounters Superman, this actually has some logical sense to it. So yeah, it ties in really well with the Dark Knight's Metal storyline, and honestly, I think this really kind of helps out to establish what's going on with Batman during this time. If you're going to read Dark Knight's Metal, if you're going to get the whole run, I would definitely recommend this one. The one-shots of the evil Batman, you could probably enjoy the story without. This really does add a little bit more to the story of, what's going on with Batman. And it ties into some really old stuff too from 5 or 10 years ago, like where Batman was lost in time, which was, okay, that was a little silly. And some of the other old storylines like Batman's first case where he's got the purple gloves, that sort of thing. It's an interesting issue. I have to say that I actually enjoyed this quite a bit. I thought it was pretty good, and it was a nice add-on to the Dark Knight's Metal. And the art's good, the writing's good. It was a fun issue, just like the rest of Dark Knight's Metal's been so far. It was fun, and that's something we don't see much of in comics. Thank you as always for listening. We're going to wrap it up there, and hit like and subscribe, and we hope to see you on the next episode.